Pilot whales are actually the species of whale or dolphin in Hawaii that we encounter most often across all the islands, representing almost a quarter of all of our encounters. When we've tagged more than one individual in the same area at the same time, really how much their movements are in concert, how much they move together versus act independently really depends on their social group. Pilot whales have long-term social bonds, which are primarily females and their female offspring and young male offspring that may remain together for many, many years. Perhaps for life for females, but the social groups, when you see them, they're usually quite cohesive, and it's quite common to have more than one social group or cluster in an area at any particular time. From a combination of genetics, photo identification, and tagging work, we've basically discovered that there's 3 separate resident communities of pilot whales in Hawaii, what we call the Western Community, Central Community, and Eastern Community. The Eastern Community is largely centered around Hawaii Island, the Western Community primarily around Kauai and Niihau and ranging to Oahu, and the Central Community, not surprisingly, in between the two, with Maui Nui as its core area. We know a lot less about pilot whales off Maui Nui than we do for either the Western or Eastern Community, simply because we've done a lot more work off Kauai and off of Kona. Part of the problem with getting a better idea of what's going on with this central community is simply the lack of funding. For example, this particular project that we're going to be doing is funded by a contract from the state of Hawaii, which comes from a NOAA grant specifically for the endangered population of false killer whales, and another grant from the Pacific Island Fisheries Science Center, which again is focused entirely on false killer whales. So we'll work with all of these other species that we see, but that's not what the funding is available to do. So it means we spend limited time with other species. What's really needed to get a better idea of pilot whale community structure is a lot of dedicated research, specifically looking at this central community, continued photo ID and satellite tagging to get a better idea of spatial use and their interactions with the other 2 communities of pilot whales.